All right, so we're gonna start this off with proof so that way you can know that the process that I'm about to take you through can actually help you get to the result that you want. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the results. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here to where I have these keywords ready, and then I'm gonna show you each one, and then we're gonna go throughout the process. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and copy this right here, how to share your YouTube channel link. So I'm gonna go ahead and paste this in there, hit enter. And then remember, this is an incognito, right? Which means I'm not signed in, which means that the results are actual results, all right? Okay, so as you can see right here, this video, it's actually ranking number 2 right now, but you can see it generated 27,000 views. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here and grab the next keyword, which is Elgato Facecam Freezing. And then I'm gonna paste this in here. Now you can see, this is actually auto suggestion, so that means people are searching for it. So if I click on this, you can see there's my video ranking number 1 with 34,000 views right there. And then if I go here to the next one and paste this in, let me go ahead and do that real quick. Paste this in right here. As you can see, people are searching for this as well. If I hit enter on this, boom, there's my video right here. And you can see it got 102,000 views. So now we're gonna go to the next one. YouTube description links not clickable. This is another keyword that people search for. So if I click on this and then I hit enter, this is actually a YouTube short, so it's gonna rank number 1, but it's gonna rank number 1 inside of the YouTube Shorts feed. So if I scroll down a little bit, you can see there's my video right there, ranking number 1 in the Shorts feed with almost 100,000 views, 92,000. And then if I come over here to this particular video, how to download your own YouTube video, so that specifically focuses on the creator. So if I paste that in there, and then I hit that, this is also a YouTube short. So if I scroll down, you can see ranking number 1 in the shorts feed. It has 1.1 million views and it's continuing to get views every single day. So you can see that this process works. So you're gonna get the step by step. So just make sure you pay attention and implement. All right, so now we're gonna start out with keyword placement, and we're gonna use a tool called Morning Fame because this is how I actually optimize all of my videos, all right? And I'll leave a link down below in the description for this if you wanna check it out. All right, so now let's go to the first thing. So the first thing says, is your primary keyword in your title? So let's go ahead and make sure that our keyword is in our title. So you can see right here, it says how to find hashtags for YouTube videos. There's my keyword in my title, step number 1. Now let's go to the next thing. It says, is your primary keyword in your description a minimum of 3 times? So is it in there 3 times? And the way I like to do this is I always turn this on where it says highlight tags. So you can see right here, boom, there's my keyword right there. There's my keyword right there, and then there's my keyword right there. All right, so boom, we got that. Now the next thing, it says, are there variations of your primary keyword in your description? So what are they talking about? So you can see down here, we got all of these highlights under our tags, right? So it got some that are yellow and then some that are white. What Morning Fame does is it allows you to use every single part of your tag inside of your description. And what am I talking about? So you can see right here, we got the underlines, right? So YouTube videos, that's a part of it for YouTube. We got shorts, the ones that aren't yellow. That's what they're talking about. They're including every part of my tag. And this is what that pretty much entails. So we got all of these words are inside of my description somehow, but they're not stuffed in there where basically you just try to put this whole keyword in one sentence. It's not like that, right? That would be considered keyword stuffing if you were actually doing that. All right, so now let's go back to the checklist. So we got that, so we're good to go. Are the keywords you're using relevant to the primary keyword? So all of these keywords are dealing with hashtags. So let's look at a few. So it says how to find best hashtags for YouTube, how to find hashtags for YouTube, how to find hashtags on YouTube. So they all have the main keyword in there somewhat, and that's what you're looking for. You don't want to have like, let's just throw some random thing. Let's say how to start a new garden. Well, obviously we're not talking about gardening, right? So that wouldn't be relevant. And I know there's some people that try to put certain keywords that don't have anything to do with what they're talking about in their video, and that does not benefit you at all. All right, so you want to make sure that all of the keywords that are in there are extremely relevant. All right, so let's go back to the checklist. All right, so right here it says, is your keyword in the first 50 to 75 words? So if you see right here, here's my description. The top of it, I just put my title in there. So immediately, that's how you just make it easy, right? You put your title in up at the top, and then boom, your keyword is in your first 50 to 75 words. So now that you know how to optimize your YouTube videos, which are tied to your description and your keywords, that's cool and all, but if you don't know how to create a thumbnail that actually gets people to click, then nobody's gonna watch your video in the first place, even if you're ranked up at the top. So I want you to watch this video right here because I share with you the important things that you need to include in your thumbnail to actually get people to click. See you over there.